Tonight, Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she has a plan to save money for Michigan families, but can the state deliver on her proposals? Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich.
And I'm David Andrews. The governor has released her proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year with a focus on cutting costs for families and funding education. News 10's Riley Connell here in studio now to break down all of that for us. Riley?
Yeah, Ann and David, Governor Whitmer is asking for several new budget items like eliminating state tax on tips and reducing property taxes for seniors. She's also looking to continue several school programs with a goal to put money back into the pockets of Michigan residents. But as educators take a first look at these proposals, they're wondering how it all gets done.
Cost more, fuel costs more. It's the rising cost of everyday products.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer is recommending a state budget that she believes will ease that burden for families. On the education front, she wants to keep providing free school meals and free preschool, along with proposed funding for free community college. Dr. Nick Angel says those budget items are important to Grass Lake Community Schools.
Any type of proposal that is a benefit to students, working class members of our community is going to be something that we would be excited about.
However, lawmakers were locked in heated debate about those programs last year, blowing past their education budget deadline as they tried to find common ground.
Not having a settled state budget on time is really problematic for all public schools.
Timing is a concern for East Jackson Superintendent Jeff Punches, but he's also worried about getting sufficient funding.
We can come up with all kinds of good ideas, but it always seems like the implementation and kind of the rollout is always cart before the horse.
As lawmakers prepare for budget negotiations, they face a $1 billion revenue shortfall. In a statement to News 10, House Appropriations Chair Representative Ann Boland said she hasn't seen any plans from the governor to fill that gap, adding her focus will be on cutting waste. Senate Appropriations Chair Senator Sarah Anthony says settling this budget will take creativity from the legislature.
We wanted to make sure that working families and seniors had a little bit of relief. But now we have to look at, with the limited resources we have, how do we continue to lower costs for people, but under these new financial realities.
Governor Whitmer is also suggesting a tax holiday on school supplies, clothes, and even computers. Experts tell me this would be a big benefit to families, but the details about how the governor plans to implement those cuts will matter, considering the state tax dollars are a big funding source for our public schools. Back to you, David.
All right, Riley, thank you. Lawmakers will get their first look at the governor's proposal in detail on Wednesday during the full Appropriations Committee meeting.